Jeffro from Two Hacks Garage. Well, I've been getting asked lately, hey, what's going on with the big green machine? You know, Kyle's awesome 1968 GTO. It's been a hot minute since we've made any content on that. I think the last time you guys saw it, we were buttoning up some stuff on that 455 short block, and we also made a trip up to Loon Performance in Wisconsin. Well, I tell you what, guys, it's parts availability. Kyle and I are going to run back up to Wisconsin next week and pick up some odds and ends to finish up the short block on that 455 so he can get it sold. But we also need to go up there and talk with Loon a little bit more on some of the planning stage and get more parts ordered. Speaking of parts ordered, it kind of comes down to parts availability. We're really wanting to get this car late spring, early summer on the road so we can hit the track and have a whole lot of fun. You got to remember, this is going to hopefully be around 1,000 horsepower street build, supercharged, Holley EFI injected, pump gas that is. But right now we're finding out that the custom pistons for his engine are about 8 weeks out. Now, mind you, with that, once we get them back, what we need to do is get them coated to get everything balanced. And during that time, we're going to need to get back and we're going to need to build it, get that in there. So in the meantime, what we've been doing is some behind the scenes work. Kyle's been doing a lot of research on what we need to do for the Turbo 400 transmission. He ordered up an absolute ton of parts that are high end, and we're going to do a couple videos on that because Kyle and I, we're going to rebuild that Turbo 400 ourselves. Got an awesome book on that, and so that way in our downtime, we can get that done. Another thing is, well, since we had the engine out, it was time to make that look better and get it all cleaned up. The car itself is an extremely clean car, but we know having an engine in a car and driving it, there's dust, maybe a little bit of oil drippage, stuff like that. Things get grimy. So behind the scenes, off camera, we've been doing a whole lot of cleaning, taping stuff off, repainting stuff, and just going to make it a whole lot nicer. We'll show you that when we get up there. Another thing is we pulled the nose cone off there and got some stuff cleaned up and repainted on that. And what we're going to do is we're going to get that back on there and we're going to get everything lined up. We did a really good job on that last time when we did that a while back, but it just wasn't perfect, and now we have the time. So during that downtime also on waiting on pistons, behind the scenes, there's going to be a lot of planning on parts, getting that stuff up ordered. We need to get the supercharger. We already have the Holley injection, but there's a lot of fuel stuff that needs to take place. So Kyle and I are talking about that, and we're going to be making a trip, like I said, back up to Wisconsin to drop a whole bunch of stuff off, maybe bring some stuff home. In the meantime, guys, it's just while we wait for pistons and some other things, we have a lot to keep us busy. Like I said, transmission build, making the engine bay look better, probably go underneath the car, clean all that type of stuff off. It's a whole lot of fun. With that, guys, I'm rambling. Let's get up to Kyle's Hack Shack and see what's going on. All right, we got a helper with us. That's J3. Kyle's going to make sure he gets put to work tonight. He looks kind of tired, but he's going to need a snap out of that. So if you look, like I was saying earlier, K-frame and all that's been repainted and cleaned. Same thing with the firewall. It's been cleaned and painted. Kyle's been busy. He's been going through here, just getting everything nice and cleaned up, looking better. I think he did the same thing all down here, same with the frame, which we're going to go through and redo all that too. As you can see, the nose is off. Everything got clean, sanded, and painted here, which is kind of, you know, the way it was for a long time. But yeah, our goal is to get this into here. It was always lined up pretty well. Mind you, we straightened the frame on this car and did a bunch of body panel work to get it lined up, but it never did quite line up right there, right? So our goal is trying to get that all taken care of. Should be fun. What do you think, Jeffrey?
Excited.
Yeah, he's excited. He'd probably rather be with his girlfriend. With that, we better get to work. All right, so you're probably wondering what us excellent hack body men are trying to do. We're trying to get this lined up here and on the top on both sides. Same thing with over here. This was the side that was always odd. It was like this was pushed up and out, and we took everything off to paint it. We're just trying to get things lined up better. So yeah, that's what we're doing. There's the sliders and stuff, all that in there. We're just trying to get things in the right spot.
As good as we can.
Are we going to get it, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, it's just geometry. You learned that in school, right? You love geometry, right? No, he's not really too excited about that, but oh well, we're going to figure it out. All right, so we're going to call that a night. We got it in a good spot lined up. It's a little off over here. But the thing about it is we still got to put the lower valance on, get that in place, get fenders, bring it in there. So it is a heck of a lot better. What Kyle's working on now is just getting some of the inner pieces put back in there. Pretty happy because it was kind of way off. We're going to get it better. But this is just a good starting point. So yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, we do have some parts delays, so we're going to make use of our time. Doing stuff like this, engine bay cleaning, painting, getting body panels lined up a little bit better. And we're probably going to get underneath the car, clean everything, repaint all that, get it all nice and neat, maybe some new undercoating. Kyle ordered an awesome transmission kit. Once that comes in, we'll start tearing the transmission down to build it. Like I said, next Friday, we're going to be heading up to Loons, drop off some fuel stuff, and pick up some other parts. We need to get this wrapped up. The oil pan and stuff like that is actually up Loons getting clean, so we're getting close. That'll be done here pretty soon. Yeah, just making use of our time while we have it. What do you think, Jeffrey?
It's a fun night.
It's a fun night?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure about that?
No.
Would you rather be hanging out with your girlfriend?
A little bit.
Little bit, haha. See, when you get older, these things are cooler than girlfriends. Just letting you know. With that, Two Hacks Garage.